Welcome to the Yankee Stadium in the heart of New York for England's second match in the American Bicentennial Tournament. This is America's most famous baseball stadium, where the legendary Babe Ruth made his name, Joe DiMaggio too, recently remodeled at a cost of £50 million, 55,000 seats there, the home of the New York Yankees, who indeed have played 5 baseball games here already this week. The last of them only 24 hours ago. You can see it's a football pitch with a difference as England now face Italy in front of probably the biggest crowd they've had in this stadium this week. Two nations, of course, who will come face to face in World Cup qualifying games in the coming months. Let's catch up on the two teams. The England side, of course, they lost to Brazil last Sunday, most unluckily in Los Angeles, but 7 changes now from that side. No Kevin Keegan, who's being rested, and in fact has joined us in the commentary box today. No Gerry Francis, no Clemence, amongst others. First caps for goalkeeper Jimmy Rimmer of Arsenal, for Ray Wilkins, the 19-year-old Chelsea skipper, and Gordon Hill, the dynamic young player of Manchester United. As for Italy now, one change from the side that beat America by 4-0. The Italian side then with fullback Moreno Roggi at number 2. Otherwise, no, they've got Tardella there. In fact, it's Roggi who, in fact, will be playing at number 2. It's a side that is filled with great experience. Italy, in fact, have won their last 2 games against England, both in 1973. 2 of those players have been around since the 1970 World Cup. That fabulous goalkeeper there's Dino Zoff, who came into the side just after that tournament. And their skipper and number 6, the sweeper, Facchetti. So it's after a day in which the temperatures have been into the 80s in New York. A pleasant evening and a great evening for Jimmy Rimmer, playing his first game for England at the age of 28. He says, whatever happens to me now, they can never take that away from me. England will be in the white shirts, attacking the goal to our right. So Jimmy Rimmer goes down to his end, and it'll be Dino Zoff who has all the problems in the goal mouth at the other end, which includes the baseball diamond, and goodness knows how the ball is going to bounce off that. A quick word from Kevin Keegan. What did the players feel, Kevin, about the pitch?
Well, Brian, they were a little bit upset when they first saw it, but the major reaction was that we both got to play on it, Italy as well, and that they're fairly confident. The spirit's great with the lads, fantastic. I think it'll cause problems, like you say, but the fact is it's new to them as well.
So Zoff there might have 1 or 2 problems.
Linesman Gino D'Ippolito of the United States.
Butch Wilkins at 19, a tremendous night for him. He's had a good season leading Chelsea. Gordon Hill on the far side, that dynamic Manchester United winger too, as we kick off. Italy in the blue shirts and white shorts, attacking the goal to our left. England in white with light blue shorts. Here's Causio straight away for them. Phil Thompson getting a touch to that, and it comes to Rocca, but charged down, and the first touch now for Gordon Hill. Well, given away to Capello. Causio offside. Luigi is there. And in fact, the crowd are shouting, but the whistle had long since gone. And so it'll be a free kick for England. A really sweltering day here in New York. Certainly so far as the temperature is concerned now, very, very pleasant conditions for playing. Here's Phil Thompson. England with a much weakened side against Italy. Don Revie obviously not wanting to show the Italians everything with this vital World Cup match against Italy coming up in Rome in November. But what a tremendous psychological advantage it will be for England if they can get a reasonable result here tonight. As Clement now nods that ball in, it's Bonetti who heads it away there towards Facchetti. Shannon couldn't quite get in. And a goal kick then to the Italians. The Italians a little surprised at the England team selection. In fact, their manager Berzo said the only player we really feared was Keegan. But we always respect any side that England puts into the field. Well, we'll see. Zoff with a kick. Pulici, the number 11. Dave Clement for England to Shannon. Little touch there. Little touch for Tony Towers. Pulici going in hard behind him. But Thompson floating it forward again. The Italians getting up well to get it away. Here's Clement once more. A foul that time by Tony Towers on Antagnoni. And a free kick to Italy. Fabio Capello with it. Here's Facchetti. Bonetti. To Causio, number 7. Swift challenge there by Mick Doyle. And an unfair one, according to the German referee, Hans-Joachim Heiland, who also refereed the England-Brazil game last Sunday in Los Angeles. So a free kick then to Italy. Causio, the number 7. Antagnoni, the number 10, behind it. Antagnoni with a shot, a long one, but too high and too wide.
Shot taken by Antagnoni.
Jimmy Rimmer, Manchester United, Swansea, where I'm sure he owed such a debt to Harry Gregg before coming to Arsenal. Roggi, Capello, Antagnoni, a long ball forward. Chance now coming on Graziani, but Phil Thompson covering very quickly. Phil Neal for England. A long ball now to Joe Royle. Trevor Brooking. England's throw. Brooking on that far side for a lot of width to England's game in Los Angeles on the left touchline, and could well be given the same sort of job here tonight. Wilkins playing it back a little bit short there for Doyle, but Doyle's a fighter and came through it, and there's Towers, and he's given that away to Causio. Now Bonetti breaking hard now, but a good interception that time from Phil Neal. A throw to Italy. Causio will take it. Bonetti. Causio. Antagnoni brought down right on the edge of the area by Mike Doyle. And a free kick. Dangerous position this, and they brought Facchetti up onto this far side. Should they float one to this big 6'2" defender? Joe Royle has come back to mark him. Floated in fact towards him, and in fact it went just over and behind for the corner. Graziani with the corner, with the ball for the Italians. Antagnoni. And a nice little yard for himself there. Rimmer only half punching it away, and England in a little bit of trouble there. Shannon passing it back, and Rimmer had to come out again. Could be trouble. Causio! And just over the back of the goal there. Trouble of England's making from the word go. Mike Shannon, in fact, pushed it only half back. And Causio getting it across the face of that goal, but just behind the crossbar. Shannon's error in the first place, and Jimmy Rimmer but only half booted out. Clement winning it in the air. Here's Towers. Shannon. Nice touch there for Towers. And a little chip in there, but Clemence getting it away again. But it can't be easy in that baseball diamond to judge the pace of the ball. Well, there's a bit of space now. Wilkins with a shot, just past the post. That could so easily have been the first goal for England. And a really glaring gap in that Italian defence. Very uncharacteristic of them. Phil Neal playing that ball through, and look at the space there for Wilkins, and look how close he was. Zoff with the kick. Foul by the number 2, Rogi,
from behind,
and a free kick to England. Thompson, a nice clip ball forward there for Dave Clement. Showing a lot of pace, but Facchetti stopped him that time. Antonioni, Facchetti. A chip forward again to Pulici. Capello. Grazione is waiting in the middle, and Doyle is a little too high for him, but Phil Neal was able to turn it back. Wilkins. What a brilliant start it would have been for him in his first international to have put England ahead here with something like 6.5 minutes gone. Wilkins planting it forward again, but a free kick. A foul there by Rogi on Wilkins. Neal. Ball chipped high towards Joe Royle. This is Bellucci, the number 5. Rocker. Benetti, Rocker, tremendous energy, this Rocker. He was all over the field last week against America. Calzio losing out there. Here's Gordon Hill, the first real taste of Gordon Hill that we've seen tonight. Shannon now, maybe a shooting position. Good pass here now for Towers. Good build up by England. Hill now looking for the angle, getting in a shot and a great save by Zoff. Good play again by England. Towers crossing it. Hill just looking to get it onto that left foot. And it called for a good save from Dino Zoff. And the ball out of play. Not a bad start for England, Kevin Keegan.
It's a great start, actually. They're finding gaps where you don't think they exist in the Italian defences, and they're causing troubles. And Gordon Hill there, brilliant bit of play. Brilliant. I think you find Phil Neal's got a bad one there. It looks a bit late, that tackle.
Well, Phil Neal is the one who's down and injured. And certainly there was as Don Reevy, you can see in the background there on the touchline, giving an instruction to Mike Doyle.
Your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cosmos return to Yankee Stadium June 16th against Boston.
Fred Street, the physiotherapist there, looking at Neal.
Against Toronto. Tickets for these
England
games,
subs on the bench, 5 of them, of which 4 can play tonight. 4 changes can be made.
At the Cosmos ticket office, 75 Rockefeller Plaza.
Well, Phil Neal looks as though he's okay to continue.
And through Ticketron.
Not even a free kick for England. A throw instead. Here's Hill.
The injured player, Phil Neal.
Wilkins. Now Phil Neal back to Butch Wilkins again. Nicely floated ball here again. They're using Dave Clement well. That's a nice touch by him. Towers. And in fairness, it can't be easy for that Italian defence in that very difficult defensive zone. Ball coming off at awkward heights. Thompson floating another one in there. Hill couldn't control that one. Capello, Hill taking it off him. And a free kick.
Tripping.
Capello, the guilty one, a free kick to England.
Direct. Free kick.
Stadium has filled up remarkably, in fact, in the last 5 minutes or so. Floated deep there towards Thompson, but Paquetti was there. Paquetti again, giving it straight to Tony Towers. Now Pulici. Still in play. Capello, Antonioni, Rocca, Benetti, Rocca, getting themselves out well. Simple passing, played well. The long ball by Calzio, Benetti right up there. Doyle challenging hard and unfairly, according to the referee, and a free kick to Italy. 10 minutes gone, no score.
Dangerous charge.
This is the charge coming up now by Mike Doyle on Benetti.
Direct. Free kick.
Mike Shannon organising the wall and being pushed out of the way by the German referee. Calzio is the little man over the ball. He'll float one towards one of three players. Capello, Graziani and Pulici on this side of the England penalty area. But it's Phil Thompson who gets it away. Paquetti played wide and intercepted nicely by Clement. They've been a bit surprised by Clement's ability to come forward at so much pace. Hill making a great run through the middle, and in fact it was Rocca in the end who got it away. Paquetti to Rocca. On for Capello. Antonioni. Free kick.
Tripping.
Sardino's off, who's had one or two problems. So Capello with his free kick for Italy. Antonioni. Again, a good interception by Dave Clemence. Very positive defensive play we've seen from him in this opening 12 minutes.
Rodgers.
Capello. Again, Clemence in very quickly indeed. This is Bellugi right back there, nodding it to his goalkeeper, Zoff. Past the pitcher's mound, which in fact is levelled off for this particular occasion. Neal getting a touch to it. Here's Brooking, back to Phil Neal again. Hill. Back for Neal, but a free kick given.
Charging from behind.
Neal with the kick. Floated high again towards Shannon, but a little too high for him. Now Shannon, now Brooking. Benetti after him. Oh, Benetti did very well indeed there, Brooking, to beat Benetti, and Zoff again, a good catch under the challenge from Joe Royle.
Saved by Zoff.
Good cross there by Brooking, and Zoff again under pressure from Joe Royle. Here's Brooking again, back for Neal, played for Brooking. Neal again. Now for Thompson. Here's Clement. Rodgers got that away. Wilkins to Shannon. Butch Wilkins again. Paquetti's there. Antonioni beaten by the bounce. Wilkins chipping it away again, but a throw to England. Off Graziani.
Throw in. Clemence.
Well, a free kick. I think probably that's the Italians. It's given it to Italy, claiming that Shannon was presumably hurling himself at Rodgers. And Capello with it. Now Graziani. Clemence. So in the opening quarter of an hour, so far so good for weakened England side against what is basically the best side that Italy could put out. Tony Towers to Mike Doyle. Oh, and he's given it away now. Here's Causio for Italy. Played there for Graziani. A chance now for Italy. Yes! Graziani the scorer, and England only themselves to blame. Here's how Mike Doyle lost it. Pulici was in on him. The ball falls for Causio. A nice accurate pass here for Graziani, and as Rimmer comes out, that's 1-0 to Italy. 16 minutes gone. Kevin?
Well, you can't allow for mistakes. I think Mike will accept the fact that he miscontrolled that, and the Italians don't need chances like that. They stick them away pretty well, as number 9 did there. He took it very well.
Certainly after England had played so promisingly in the opening quarter of an hour. Well, as we've said before, it really is a test of their character now. Certainly there's a vast Italian population in New York, and they've got, I should think the Italians have got 9/10 of the support, if not more, here in the Yankee Stadium tonight. Virtually a home game for them. Jimmy Rimmer with no chance at all there. Royals header. Bellugi. Graziani. Benetti. Bellucci. Clemence shrugging him off. Pulici coming back, a bit of shirt tugging there. The Italian crowd didn't like it, and I think the referee will be influenced enough to say it's a free kick. To me, up was 6 to 1, half a dozen to the other. As we look at it again, the Italian went in hard there, I think probably fairly. Dave Clement doing a bit of pulling, and quite rightly a free kick. Really incensed the Italian section of this big crowd, though, in the Yankee Stadium in New York. Clement, back to Jimmy Rimmer. Thompson, finding Wilkins. Here's Doyle. Grass is very thick there. It's a very, very difficult pitch for them to play on. It's a little longer than they're used to, and it's a little thicker than they're used to. The run of the ball might deceive them quite a bit, and maybe, if you give him the benefit of the doubt, it may just have deceived Mike Doyle there when he gave the ball away. This is the goal again. Graziano the scorer. Now Causio. Now Capello. The Italians really taken hard from that goal. Benetti. Oh, Clement didn't get there. Graziani did 2-0. Well, the long cross there completely fooled the England defence. Over the head of Dave Clement it went. Causio, the little pass forward. Here's Capello. There's the cross coming in a moment. Phil Neal is the man who is trying to turn him down. Causio's cross just beating Dave Clement, and Graziani there, 2-0. England's throw. Towers with it. Playing all the tricks now. Antonioni. A long ball towards Bellucci. Wilkins. The long ball away to Gordon Hill. But Rocca there. And it'll be a throw to Italy. Foul throw, or maybe not taken from the right place. Not taken from the right place. Rocca with it. Benetti. Capello, Antonioni again. Graziani waiting in the middle.
Throw in. Antonioni.
Capello. Antonioni. A little chip there towards Colucci. Now Towers for England. Here's Wilkins, played forward first time to Royal. Back for Wilkins again. Hill. Antonioni to Rocca. Capello. Rocca. Antonioni. Oh, arrogant little chip there, but it was Phil Neal who cut it out for England. Here's Causio. Pulici. Stopped by Clement. Here's Benetti. Graziani, already 2 goals to his credit. Benetti. Roggi to Graziani. Benetti. Colucci. Pushed everybody now into that England half of the field. The long ball coming forward towards Capello. Phil Thompson winning it in the air. Clement. Towers. Roggi, but that's Shannon. Roggi again. Benetti taking it off him. And Antonioni getting there a fraction before Gordon Hill, and then finding Rocca with a lovely pass. Towers. Wilkins. Shannon trying to turn it for Brooking. England's throw.
Throw in.
And Trevor Brooking with it.
Brooking.
Clement. Thompson. Pushed a few forward now ourselves. Royal unable to win it in the... Oh, he has though. Hill trying to turn it back. It's against a really tough fullback there in Rocca. Antonioni. Causio. And a good, strong challenge there from Tony Towers. Here's Wilkins. Towers now to Phil Neal. Here's Doyle. No, Wilkins carrying on with it. Towers. Doyle. Thompson. Doyle again. Look forward again towards Shannon. Brooking coming in. Hill is right there too. Brooking trying to lay it on there for Towers. A screaming shot, but it's wide. When England so badly want a goal to get back into this game. Looked as though something was in the making there, but it never really materialized. So Dino's off with his goal kick for Italy. Wilkins. Towers. Flick forward towards Shannon. Capello. Now, a chance maybe for Royal to pop one. Through the legs of everybody, and it could so easily have gone. Wilkins. Chip forward again towards Joe Royal, getting up well. Rocca getting it away. Bellucci. Now Capello.
Throw in. Capello.
Graziani. Antonioni. Bit wide there for Pulici. Neal is with him still, Pulici, but England defence covered up well there.
Throw in.
Causio with the throw.
Causio.
Antonioni, a little back flick. Antonioni again. Player with beautiful skills. Oh, onside. He's okay as Calzio. There's the floated cross towards Felici, and Dave Clement just getting a touch to it. Benetti. Antonioni. Benetti again. Phil Neal on the far side, nodding it down. Graziani. Good ball there, well played there for Calzio. And then given away to Mike Doyle. Kevin Keegan?
They're so good, the Italians, at running off the ball, it's untrue. I mean, there was nothing on really there, but they go into this space and they make each other's minds up for him. And I think this is where they got the edge at the moment, because the lads are doing brilliant up to a point, up to the edge of the box, but they certainly don't need 2 looks at the goal, do they?
Now it's Royal. And a free kick to England. So the score, with about 26 minutes gone now, England 0, Italy 2. Both goals scored by Graziani, the Italian number 9. But a free kick to England. Some 26, 27 yards out. Trevor Brooking and Gordon Hill behind it. A little touch maybe from Brooking for Hill. Now Hill trying to get it onto that left foot. Does so, and Zoff meant to go down again. Well, it's the shooting of Hill that has caused Zoff most problems tonight. But now Benetti bringing it away to Capello. Chipped in again for Graziani. Felici almost must have felt that was a chance for him until Dave Clement got his head in the way. And a bad pass. Calzio coming in quickly to pick it up. Here's Benetti again. Stopped well, though, by Butch Wilkins. Brooking a lovely pass now to try and get Gordon Hill on his way. Another good pass by him to Mike Shannon. Really attacking when they can, but that pass going astray and giving Towers no chance. But they're really going for this Italian defence. Paquetti now to Antonioni. Capello. Calzio. Wilkins. Well, he's obviously in no way intimidated or overawed by the occasion. He's played well so far, Butch Wilkins. Doyle. Now Phil Neal. Belugi's header away. Antonioni. Nice touch there for Rocca. Here's Calzio. The long ball forward, and Rocca, the fullback, has continued his run. Scored one of the goals last Sunday. Puts in a lovely cross there that Clement really had to stretch to turn behind for the corner.
Corner kick.
So coming up to half an hour, Italy leading 2-0 and a corner for them.
Corner kick. Calzio.
Calzio will take it. Capello's in there. Rocca's come right in there. It'll come towards Capello, but in fact it was a good, safe catch there by Jimmy Rimmer.
Saved by Rimmer.
Neal. Doyle. Brooking. Doyle planting it forward again. And Roggi, the fullback. Antonioni, Paquetti, Calzio on this side of the field. Crowd enjoying this short, accurate passing. good control and a seeming lack of concern, get themselves quite easily out of tight defensive situations. Here's Capello, Benetti. Picked with the outside of the boot for Causio. Clearly he's going to be a player that England will have to watch very closely in these World Cup qualifying games. So indeed is Pulici on the ball at the moment. 25 goals in the Italian league last season. Causio again, turned inside rather blindly though. And there's Brooking back to Jimmy Rimmer. Mike Doyle. England still these 2 goals down, but here's Towers. And Benetti in quickly. Causio, the touch to Capello. The little chip to the number 10, Antonelli. Capello. Antonelli. Whoa! Curling all the way, and it looked as though it might just curl in there.
Shot taken
From this golden boy, the number 10, Antonioni. Curling all the time. Worrying Rimmer, but then in the end going wide. Thompson, beaten by Graziani. Pulici has gone belting through the middle. Clement is the player backing off. Here's Pulici, looking for a left-foot shot.
Shot taken by Pulici.
Kevin?
Well, the thing that amazes me is this is so unlike an Italian side. They're willing to go at people and cause problems. They usually sit back and try and catch on the break. Very impressive so far. Good side.
Remembering, of course, that it is a side that the Italians have been able to keep together for the last 3 or 4 internationals. England playing a very inexperienced side. In fact, less than 20 caps shared between 9 of the 11 players on duty there today. Only Shannon and Brooking have had real international experience. The sad thing being that England started their own downfall with the mistake by Mike Doyle that led to the opening goal, that gave the Italians so much heart after England had played well for the opening quarter of an hour. Here's Towers, though. Who can say what a difference a goal might make if only England could snatch one. Well, Hill's going in there, and England have got a corner.
Corner kick. Gordon Hill.
And it'll be Hill with the corner. And Zoff with the catch. Fabio Capello. Graziani. Facchetti coming forward. And almost getting it through there. Well, Facchetti, who's the sweeper, it's almost against the Italian rules for him to cross the halfway line, but he was certainly belting through there into the towards the England penalty area. As Kevin said, they are, unlike a lot of Italian sides, they really are coming to the side and attacking them. It's a tremendous stadium, which, in fact, 10 minutes before the kickoff, looked pretty empty, but my goodness, it's filled up now. Something like a 45,000 crowd here. A free kick to England taken by Trevor Brooking. Hill trying to turn it back again. Doyle. Chipped again towards Gordon Hill, but Zoff again. Those immaculate hands.
By Zoff.
Causio. Galuggi.
Throwing.
Into his throw.
Bellucci.
Oh, a cheeky little flick there from Bellucci. Causio. Cut out by Doyle. Brooking. Nice touch there by Brooking, and a lot of space here for Clemence. Played on for Brooking again. Benetti challenging him. A good cross there by Brooking. And Royal could make nothing of it on the far side.
Throw in.
Brooking showing some brilliant touches there, getting to the byline and curling in some wicked-looking crosses. Causio. Well, the Italians got two fairly early goals against America last Sunday, and then sat back on the lead, and Felicia, being caught, became a little complacent. Well, I fancy if they become a little complacent tonight, that England might shake them once or twice. Here's Graziani. Roggi. Capello on the far side. Given away to Wilkins. Now Neal. Wilkins, as England come forward again. Swept wide again for Brooking. Clement. Brooking, very little chance really of getting that return pass, but it's England's throw.
Throw in. Brooking.
Capello. Benetti. The long searching ball, hoping to find Pulici, but here's Phil Thompson. Shannon really having to dart for that one and get it back to Thompson. Wilkins showing good self-control again, and a nice little pass coming to pick it up again from Clement. Nice little chip forward this time towards Brooking. Graziani, Causio. Walker's gone up on the outside. It's Graziani at the moment, though. Antonioni. Antonioni's little chip, Pulici. Cut out, though, by Neal for England. Royal, Shannon, the touch, and now maybe a chance for an England goal, at any rate, from Gordon Hill. But he was crowded out right at the end by those Italian defenders. And Shannon can play it back again, but again the gap was there rather surprisingly. Tars crossing that one in, soft, again catching it. Causio. Thompson. 7 minutes to go to half-time. Dave Clement. Still got it across there. Dangerous one as well. Wilkins, hit first time and nodded away by Bellucci. Causio just keeping it in. Well, that didn't look a trip to me. But it's a free kick to the Italians. Both the linesmen are Americans. The referee from West Germany. Here's Pulici. Stopped by Phil Thompson. Antonioni. Benetti up outside him, pushing their midfield players up well into very strong attacking positions as Benetti is here. Cross now, and look at the space here for Causio. Good control on his body and on his head. And a shot! But Rimmer got behind. Causio again. A cross that is this time behind the goal. A goal kick to England. Good, lovely control there by the Italian number 7, Causio. And a shot, really, that Rimmer, I don't think, could have seen, or at least he didn't judge particularly well. Neal for Royal. Royal really has had little change at all from Bellucci and Paquetti. Wilkins. Antonioni. Brooking attacking him and winning it. Towers battling away there. And Benetti claiming he got an elbow in the face. As Wilkins finds Phil Neal. There's the shot. Paquetti getting it away. Causio being challenged by Towers from behind. Antonioni. Graziani. Referee getting in the way. Giving England the ball with Philip Neal. 5 minutes to half time. England 0, Italy 2. Neal's header. Wilkins. Well, he was a little too slow there. A free kick. Not had a bad first half, Butch Wilkins, Kevin.
He's given one bad ball. He's been absolutely brilliant. I think he's not trying to do anything he can't do. He's just played his normal game like he does for Chelsea. And for me, he's been the man of the first half for England. He's done everything right. Had a great first half.
Now the ball back with Zoff for Italy. Both their goals coming from Graziani, their number 9. And it's Graziani challenging Phil Thompson for that header there. Clement. Towers. The long sweeping ball for Trevor Brooking. Benetti pursuing him out there. Oh, and Brooking's got past him well. The early cross coming in. And Roggi getting it away. Wilkins, a nice little touch once more to Tony Towers. The early ball going in again. Shannon trying to turn it there towards goal. And Don Reilly,
Mike Shannon.
it's something to ponder. What a pity that England lost those 2 goals in quick succession. Because so much of their play really has been quite promising. Always allowing for the fact that it is very much an inexperienced England side. As I've said before, against what is virtually the best that Italy could put into the field.
Your attention,
The Italians
please.
clearly wanting to win this
Ladies and gentlemen.
Bicentennial Tournament very
Signore
badly. They won their opening match 4-0 against
Attenzione.
America, and they have a match against Brazil to come.
The
Just indeed
scoreboard
as England have one
clock
match to come against
is
America
not
and Pele
official.
on Monday in Philadelphia, which again you'll be able to see on Monday night on ITV at 10:15. England against America, which will include Pele. A free kick then to Italy, which Causio will take with 3 minutes to go to half-time.
Causio.
Coming in towards Polici. Here's Graziani, no control and a throw to England.
Throw in.
Capello. Rocca. Played for Causio. Now for Rocca, a brilliant break here by the fullback, now for Italy. Across the goal there. Polici, oh, and it was saved there by Dave Clement for England right at the last. England caught wide open there. A tremendous break by this number 3 Rocca. He has tremendous energy, seems to be everywhere. Phil Thompson was in a fix. Polici was coming up fast. And in the end, Dave Clement put it behind.
Corner kick.
So a corner then to Italy. Nodded away by Wilkins. Benetti. Bellucci. Towers in first. Royal, who really hasn't been able to get anywhere in this half. Antonioni now. Versus Dave Clement. Still Antonioni, a good cross by him as well, under a lot of pressure, but Phil Neal now for England. Wilkins. A Again, the simple pass, played accurately and well for Trevor Brooking. Towers. Brooking trying to go hard up on the outside. Towers with a shot, took a deflection and needed a good save. Calzio. Leach is the man who's right up there. Last seconds of the first half now. Still Pulici. Towers. Now Brooking. Shannon. Paquetti quite easily able to get that one away, but then surprisingly giving it back to Shannon. This is Rogi. Antonioni. Wilkins. Hill. And now Shannon. Really attacking them. Oh, he's got a chance of a shot here, Shannon. In the end, Paquetti stopped him. Great break there, though, by Shannon. Really going at that Italian defence again. But here's Rocca doing just the same thing to England. And Doyle had a chance to get it back to Rimmer, but there must have been a foul by Neil on Rocca. One number 3 on the other.
Holding.
Free kick to Italy. In injury time now at the end of the first half. Antonioni. Capello. And England heading it away again with Dave Clement. Here's Brooking now. This could be a good break for England. Towers. It's already played a minute of injury time. Clement now. Push forward again. Threw this off. Referee checking with both his linesmen that the 45 minutes are up. And so Italy go in at half-time, leading by 2 goals to 0. Both scored by Graziani, the number 9. A quick half-time summary from Kevin Keegan. Kevin?
Well, I think the results, the score reflects about the superiority of the Italian side. But having said that, I think the lads have played some great stuff, and they caused their own problems early on, and they've suffered from that ever since. And I think the boss will be pleased with them. I think they've done really well. But like I say, this Italian side, they've amazed me. They want to attack. I can't believe it.
So as Dino's off, who's been probably under more pressure and had to have more saves than Jimmy Rimmer at the other end, goes in with the Italian team. A half-time score in the Yankee Stadium here in New York. England 0, Italy 2, and we'll be right back with you with the second half of this bicentennial game.
The Cosmos return to Yankee Stadium June 15th, correction, June 16th against Boston, and June 18th against Toronto.
My words for the opening, London, coming through again. Sound only. Sound only. I'll go ahead in 5 seconds from now.
At the Cosmos Ticket